This is the famous Criss-Cross design kids wig. I even made it for my niece. So if you want to learn how to make this design step by step, watch this video. So the first step, you get your wig cap. So this is a DIY wig cap. Put it on your mannequin head, then fasten the wig cap with pin to your mannequin head like this. So you're going to place your closure. This is a 5x5 closure. You will place it as if you're placing a frontal. That's a 13x4 frontal. It's going to have this M shape like this because 5x5 is also half frontal. So I made the hair so that when I'm sewing the closure to the wig cap, it will not disturb it. So I'm going to be sewing the 5x5 closure to the wig cap with my needle and thread. Most of us know how to do this point, but if you don't know how to sew your closure to your wig cap, I have a video for it. Go and look for it in my videos. You will see how to sew closure to a wig cap. When sewing this 5x5 closure to your wig cap, make sure that everything is sitting firmly, like there's no folding on the closure. You can see that everything is sitting firmly. So after sewing this closure to a wig cap, we're going to draw the wig guideline. So we're going to follow the guideline when we are braiding. So you put your tape rule, measure 1 inch at the down. So when getting to the top, like 4 inch to the top, you measure half an inch. So 4 inch to the top, 1 2 3 4. You can see that it's 4 half inch that is at the front. Then you draw the guideline down. You draw the guideline down like this. So this is how to draw your 5x5 closure guideline. So next step, this is our expression. So half of the expression, we're going to cut half from the half of the expression and do cut 5, while the remaining big half and small half we're going to do cut 4. So we're going to start crocheting at the back. You crochet more of the attachments, then you braid with that small attachment. You get just like you're crocheting a base hair, then use the base hair to braid. This back, we're going to leave space, so a very big space, so that the hair will not be full. You will not be that full. Is a kid's wig, you don't need it to be that full. So but we're going to be following this outline, but there will be a very big space at the back. But when getting to the front, that place that we did half an inch, and we'll start braiding closer. You start crocheting closer like this. You see that those that are on the 1 inch, there's very big space, but from this half inch, the half inch is 4 lines. So you start braiding closer, going closer like this. Then when you get to the top, on top of the closure, you braid very, very closely, very, very closely on top of the closure like this. You see, so that it will cover up all those spaces at the back. You can see that it is covering up all those spaces at the back. So that's how you're going to do it. So after braiding this closure line like this, we're going to start our crisscross design. We're going to start our crisscross design. So I'll start with this half part. I know your closure now is divided into 2. So first of all, I cut out this first section, like let me say up to 8 lines. I cut it out. We're going to be braiding on top. You get, so you cut it small. So this place I braided up to 6 pieces. You get, the line that I cut out is like 8 lines. That's half an inch. This is a 5x5 closure. We have 2.5 on each side. So half an inch is going to be remaining 2 inch. You get, so I braided 6 on this part. Then after doing this part, we are going to do Ghana weaving. So this line that I cut is like 4 lines. So the one that I braided 8 lines. This one is 4 lines. That's together is 12 lines. So let's go. So this is me braiding. So after cutting the 8 lines and braiding, you cut 4 lines and do Ghana weaving. You get, better know how to do Ghana weaving. But if you don't know how to do Ghana weaving, this video is not to teach you how to do Ghana weaving. You get, so after doing this Ghana weaving, I'm going to teach you the remaining part now. The remaining part of this half, I'm going to be teaching you how to do the crisscross. So after doing this part, I did the same thing on the other half. You get. So this is the main part we have been waiting for, this crisscross design. So the remaining parts of the half, we're going to divide it into 2 equally. Then we're going to divide it as if we want to braid. So it's for this, you divide the line according to the first line that we divided to braid. So I know I told you that the first line we braided 6, so definitely we're going to be dividing this crisscross design line into 6 too, following that first pattern. You get. I hope you're seeing what I am doing. So that's how you're going to do that. You braid this part, the other half if you will braid it. So let's start. So you get your colorful rubber band and you tie the hair like this. The other part too, you tie the hair with the colorful rubber band. So to do the crisscross, you know crisscross now, you are doing it diagonally, joining the hair diagonally like this. So if you join this part to this part, you tie it with rubber band. After tying this one with rubber band, you the first part to the other part. That's what we are going to be doing it. You tie this other part to with rubber band, crisscrossing it to the back. Just watch as what I'm doing. Just crisscrossing it to the back, crisscrossing it to the back like that. When you join the hair with the other hair, you tie it to the rubber band. Same thing. That's just it. So watch closely. So this is the last part we're going to be tying with rubber band. We are basically done with this crisscross. How did you see it now? It's so beautiful, right? Do yours like this and it's going to be perfect. So we're just going to be braiding this down, and for you to braid it down, you're going to be adding your extension small, like your extension small as if you're doing Ghana weaving, so you get your desired length. So you just be adding the extension smaller. So that is basically it. So we're going to do the same thing for the other crisscross part, and after finishing it, you can see it's so fine. We're going to do the same thing on the other half of this 5x5 closure. How do you see it now? It's so beautiful. So we're going to go to the next step. We're going to complete this hair and be putting bead, do the completing and put bead. After completing and putting of the bead, we're going to start trimming the hair. You get this bead, make sure that it's on the same line so that it will be beautiful, not one up one down. Make sure that it's on equal line. Hope you get it. So we're going to be trimming the hair. Make sure you trim the hair very well so that it will be smooth. After trimming, you're going to cut the down part. So as you're trimming the hair, be cutting the down parts, you get, so that you will know the hair that you have trimmed or not. So after trimming, you're going to be burning the tip so that the knots will not loosen and the bead will not fall off. So after that, we pour hot water to make the braid fine. Be careful with this hot water. Then you wear your wig or the mannequin head and allow the water to get dried up. So I'll be doing a little bonus tutorial. So this is the mousse tint. We're going to be tinting the closure, you get, so that it will match up the skin color of the person you're going to be giving the wig. So this is it. After finished tinting the closure, I allowed it to dry. So I'm going to be cutting the excess wig cap from the 5x5 closure, you get. Cut it out, then add your elastic band like this. Finally, the wig is ready. Look at it now. How do you see it now? It's so beautiful. If you love this video, give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. I love you.